Hey there friends! So today's video I am so excited about. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I kind of posted a little write-up of some things that I've been really deeply thinking about lately. This little journey really began whenever I found an Instagram account called the Barda House. And the sweet soul that runs that account, her name is Heather, and she talks a lot about visual clutter and just really being motivated to clean your home. And whenever I found her account, I was in a place where I was so unmotivated to clean our home. I had so much stuff going on that I just felt like I couldn't even catch a breath, or I couldn't even get started because it was all so overwhelming. One thing I noticed, besides the fact that she obviously has her closets and cupboards and all of those things very organized, which obviously if you guys have watched this channel for a while, I'm huge on organizing the inside of cabinets and all of that, but I noticed how her home with less had a really fresh feel to it. One thing that really challenged me though and held me back a bit is that her home and the type of home she lives in was completely different than mine. I live in a little Cape Cod. It's a 4-bedroom. There's a lot of walls. There's not a lot of big open spaces. Her home is modern. It's got big windows, the kitchen, high ceilings, a lot of things that my house doesn't necessarily have. So I was asking myself, can I still get the same fresh, crisp, clean feeling that she depicts in her home in a different home? I decided that the only way to really figure this out and answer the questions if her thoughts and methods would work with my life was to experiment and to try it out. All right, you guys, I have decided to do something kind of crazy with the fact that I have been such a home decor person, love styling rooms, and of course you've seen a lot of that here on my channel. But today, I think I've made a decision to take all of my decor down, like everything, I think. I don't know. I feel like it might be really good for my mental health and just like clarity in my mind. I don't know, but I think I want to try it as an experiment. One thing that I'm not taking down in all of this decor is my plants. I have a lot of plants. You will see, especially in our office. I have a lot of plants, and obviously they kind of need to live where they are planted. Most of them are put wherever they're happiest. So if they like need a lot of light, then they're closer to a window. And obviously stuff that we use. So like throw blankets, they're gonna stay in our throw blanket basket. We're gonna try this experiment for a couple of weeks. After I kind of show you how I'm taking everything down, I will be recapping on my thoughts on this experiment. Let's get started. All right, so behind me is our office. And needless to say, it is the place in our house that collects the most clutter. I would say besides the kitchen. Kitchen definitely does too. But it's the place we shove things to just get them out of the way. And honestly, we spend a lot of time in here. My husband and I both work from home, or have our own businesses, I should say. I want this place to be an area that is a little easier to clean and a little less cluttered. And it also houses a lot of decor, as you can see on the shelves behind me, but some of those are plants. So I'm not sure how to get the balance there. I don't want to take the shelves down. But I think one thing that would help this room feel a little more opened up and less crazy is if I took the curtains down. I've got these cute like bamboo blinds, but I also have these curtains, and I think it might open it up a bit if I take the curtains down. So I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm gonna assess the rest of the room. This is a little note that Corey left me at an important time in our life, and so I just put it in this frame, and it's something that I want to keep up here, so this is gonna stay. So I wanted to give you guys 5 takeaways from this experiment. What really happened to my brain whenever I removed a lot of visual clutter, and how things have been going since then. So number 1, and this was my real driving goal in even trying this experiment out, it made it so much easier to clean. And some of you may be looking at the decor that I had around my house going, it wasn't that much decor, like she's already so minimal. And yes, there was a lot of things that weren't very bright and colorful and all of that, but it still played tricks on my brain. And I know this is gonna sound a little funny, but even whenever I had my cutting boards sitting on the back of my countertop and a vase and maybe some fake florals or things like that, my brain would see the big pile of dishes next to the sink along with all of the decor, and it just made the pile look so much bigger. And I'm the type of person that sometimes whenever the problem or the story or whatever looks too big, I just want to crawl in a hole and not deal with any of it. So I realized that as I removed things out of a room or a space, whenever there was things sitting out that needed to be put away in their places in the house, I could very quickly spot, oh, there's a glass, oh, there's a dish, oh, there's a few food items that got left out, we can put those away. And it didn't seem like that much because I didn't have the background decor messing with my mind. And I know that it might sound a little crazy, but if you guys don't believe me or you want to try it for yourself, then just try experimenting like I did. Also, with this note, and this is very exciting discovery, but I noticed how much the same scenario plays out with my husband and children. So if there's a surface like our coffee table in our living room, I had a decorative tray with candles, a few other things in it, and on that flat surface. Now that it's not there, if there's a glass that gets left there or someone's snack bowl or something like that gets left in the living room, I've noticed how quickly my husband is to grab those things up and take it to the kitchen. And even the other day, he came out in the kitchen and was grabbing a all-purpose spray. I was like, oh, what are you cleaning or whatever? He's like, oh, I'm just gonna wipe off the coffee table in the living room. And that was something that he didn't do very often when I had that big tray sitting there. So I've noticed too that my children are a lot quicker to recognize, oh, since there's no decor in the center of our dining table, they're a lot faster to say, oh, there's my school book, I need to take that and go put it away. Or, oh, I'm done eating, I'm just gonna take this glass, because your brain is not kind of blending all of that clutter or the things that need to go other places into the decor, and you are able to recognize it a lot quicker. Number 2, and this is purely on more of an aesthetic, and aesthetics are something that kind of help us have a certain feeling about a room or a space. And so I've noticed how it's just felt a lot more peaceful in our home and a place of rest for us with less going on around us. And I've noticed that we have been a little more apt to sit on the couch as a family or just spend time doing kind of nothing, just talking or just slowing down a lot. And that's something that I really want to start implementing into my life, is living a slower, enjoyable life. And I just love the fact that our homes should be a place of rest. And when we are the homemakers, if you're watching this, you're probably a homemaker, we are the ones that are kind of responsible for making that atmosphere, and the way that our home looks brings an atmosphere to our space. So I've been liking the fact that because our bedroom has become so minimal, it just feels so restful to go and crawl in bed at night, and there isn't a lot to look at in the room. It's just a peaceful, restful place. Number 3, I have realized that this has also made me decide that a lot of the decor I do want in my home, I want it to have some sort of meaning, whether it's photos or a plant that I've been growing and taking care of, and I really enjoy that hobby of watching my plants grow, or just what is the purpose of that item. I've just realized how much I want the things in my home to kind of represent who I am and to have some sort of meaning beyond I really liked how that looked on an Instagram page or a Pinterest page. Number 4. This goes back to something I said at the beginning, but I've really begun to question myself on the fact of what is my style? What is it that I really like? You know, there's all these ideas out there, lots of different styles and color schemes and all of that. But what is it that I personally really like? And something I realized that I like is earthy tones, kind of like you see our duvet set back here. Very natural, calming, muted colors is things that I like. I also really like natural elements. Things like woven baskets and plants and terracotta pots. Things that have that more natural, soft element versus something that's very industrial. And my 5th takeaway of this is I've realized, because I'm a person that likes to decorate, I love making things look so inviting and just have a certain feel. I have noticed with this that I am deciding in my mind that I'm going to take the things that are useful, things that I really like, things like the ends of our couch, because of the way that the armrests are designed, really kind of need a throw pillow there just to kind of give you some comfort on the side. So it's going to be throw pillows that I really like, because it's something that we're going to be using. If it's our glasses that we drink out of every day, I want to have glasses that I really like. If you're someone that's creative like I am, there is a way to live in a very minimally decorated space, but still the items that are there, have them be something that you really like. If you need a lamp by your nightstand, make it a lamp that you really like, instead of adding a bunch of decor to the nightstand that's going to add more clutter visually. Take the item that you need on the nightstand, like the lamp, and make it into something that you chose at the store, that you're really excited about, and that you feel pulls the space together. So useful items can be beautiful, and that's the part that I feel like I've really taken away from as a designing aspect, that the things that I have there that I am using, things that I really like, I'm going to make sure that they're beautiful in my eyes. I hope that this video inspired you guys. I am on this whole journey of just simpler living. I want a simpler home so that it's simple to take care of, and I want to have a simple routine. So as I go down this road of kind of simplifying my home and my homemaking style, I hope that you join me along this journey. And I know that I've shown you all a lot of organizing, but I think there's even some simpler organizing that I can put into my home. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I'd love it if you stuck around. And don't forget to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all the things I talked about in this video today. And I'll see you guys in my next video.